Hey Flosstube, this is Flosstube number 12 and I am Michelle McGraw from Made by Michelle McGraw, and this is part 2 of my Wip and Kit Parade for 2019. So we are nearing the end of December and it was time to clean up all of my whips and kits that I have done. So this is part 2. If you watched part 1, that was mostly fandom. I think all fandom art. This is mostly Christmas. So I'm going to do my container and maybe a couple other pieces. I'm literally cleaning and organizing as I go. So this is the next pile that I have done. So I'm going to get right into it. And this, once again, is not everything that I have. These are not all of my whips. These are whips that's been on the shelf. I'm going through them. I have the hiccups. Okay, I'll be okay, promise. All right, so this is Birds of a Feather, Mary Mary. And I think that is so cute. So I actually do have fabric picked out. I don't have it cut yet, but I have fabric picked out. And it's a pretty color, pretty tan. I wanted to keep it kind of neutral because of all of the colors that are in that. Very pretty. So I will work on that someday soon. So I have a lot of these little bags that I've gotten off of Etsy. And I actually think they're like, I think they sell them as makeup bags, but they're perfect for my mini projects. And mini projects are ornaments, always ornaments. So this is Lizzie Kate. It's a jingle out there. And I think he's so cute. My idea is that if I have these kitted up, when I get done with one ornament, I can grab another ornament. 2020 is going to be the year of ornaments for me. So my goal is to have an ornament that I'm working at all the time. And as soon as I finish one ornament, I go straight to another ornament. So I have a lot of ornaments kitted up for Christmas and I can just grab them off the shelf and go. What I hope is that each week I work on that ornament at least once or twice during the week. And then I can whip these ornaments out. Because I would like to do more ornaments for my Christmas tree and a Halloween tree. I do not have a Halloween tree. I want to do a Halloween tree. So whether it's a Halloween ornament or a Christmas ornament, I want them to be ready. So as soon as I get done with one, I can go grab another one. So that's my goal. There, I said it, a goal for 2019. Okay, so this is one, let me try to show you the picture. I need to do this. It is from the Mindful Stitching Company on Etsy. And I actually have showed you this done. It is called Christmas Jeep. I did it for my son. I will be showing in my regular Flosstube my fully finished for this, that I've done his Jeep. I need to do my Jeep. So I have a blue Jeep that I need to do, and I actually have a start on this. Right there. It is literally one stitch. One stitch. I think I finished the Jeep and I started stitching this one since I want to do a blue Jeep, but I have everything in there. It's all kitted up. That was a project that I took to Disney, and I was able to put it in my purse. I can't show you the pattern, but I literally used these old, you can see how old it is. The sticker, it was, that's Department 626. I don't know. This is like a heat pad that you would put on your table, but it's got metal on it. And so I can put my magnet on here and just keep sliding my placement magnet. This is what I use to keep my place. I just slide them down the pattern and I go across the line. And this fits easily in my pocketbook. So that was a good project to take. My problem is I cannot find these anymore. Like I don't know what they're called, and I don't know where you would get them. I mean, I probably had this when I was a kid. Like this is probably what I did my original stitching on. My mom probably gave it to me, but it's perfect to put in your little travel bag and cross stitch. And I would like to find more of those. So if anybody has a source of where those are, let me know. I mean, they're really inexpensive. They're just supposed to protect your table from like hot pots and stuff. Okay, so this is from Lizzie Kate, Tidy Tidings XV, and that is 15. I think I want to do Feeling Festive, which is the reindeer. Dear Santa, I Can Explain. I don't know if I'll do Feliz Navidad. And I don't know if I'll do Joyful Noel or I'm on the nice list. I don't know if I'll do those, but I have it kitted up. I have it ready to go, once again, for my ornaments. Okay, so this is another ornament. I'm not sure why it's in such a big bag. And this is part of, I'm going to sit this one out so I can rebag it because it doesn't need this huge bag. This is Merry-Go-Round from Hands On Design Holiday. And it is the trucks. So I actually really want to do those because I love the pickup trucks. I probably won't do them in the round. I probably will just do one pickup truck and be done. So I need to rebag that because that's a huge bag for no more than that is. This is a Christmas one I had beside me. Where's my zipper? Okay, so this one is With Thy Needle and Thread, Merry Christmas. I want to call this Ho 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 because that's what it says, but it's called Merry Christmas. And I actually have some fabric in here, and I must have done a floss toss because I wouldn't put it in here if I didn't. So I actually have, I can take it out of the bag, didn't need the bag. It's like a really pretty greenish blue. And I must have done a floss toss and decided that's what I wanted to do. So the only thing I need to look at, I need to look at the pattern. What I found out with Thy Needle and Thread is that I stitch a lot on Aida. Can I stitch on other things? Yes. Have I stitched on other things? Yes. Have I done it in a while? No. And I think when I stitched on them, I stitched 1/1, which made it extremely small, and I didn't enjoy it. So now that I know how to do 2/2, that's an easier way to do it for any even weave or linen. I have a project that I will show you on my regular Flosstube of what I was working on this week. Those projects are not in here. These are what was in my craft room that I've kitted or have started. So I don't have my regular whips in this rotation. So I will actually do another Flosstube, hopefully before Christmas. This is taking a while, but this was a project I really wanted to do, really wanted to show you guys. But anyhow, to get back. So these patterns, one of them that I did, I figured out there was like a little part on it that was, everything's supposed to be stitched 2/2. So that translates to 14 count Aida just fine. One part was 1/1. I have another Plum Street sampler project that's 1/1 on the glove of Santa. I can easily fix that and stitch that on linen or on Aida and not do the 1/1. I can change it a little bit. It will be fine. This part was like one element that was, and I'll show it when I do the whip, but it didn't translate to Aida very well. That was the very first pattern that I have ever had that didn't translate to Aida. Now, I could have left that element out. Someone also, one of my friends on Instagram had a great idea after I stitched it, and I still might do it. I don't know. She said, take an old needle and stitch the needle on because it was actually like a needle. That was actually a really good idea. I loved that idea. So that may be something that I do. I loved that. And I could have done that. My only problem with that is I need to look at the pattern since I know that that could be possibly an issue if I'm stitching it on Aida. And if I'm stitching it on Aida, I either need to decide if I really love the color fabric to use and I don't have this in an even weave, or like it, would I want to switch it to an even weave, or would I just look and see, can I adapt it? I really do think pattern makers should adapt their patterns for all fabrics. So even if that needle was supposed to be 1/1, then maybe put a little blurb in here like, okay, if you're going to stitch this on something else, here's how you could stitch it, and give another option. They don't. It's not enough to make me never buy one of their patterns again or not stitch one of their patterns, but it makes me, I have to look at their patterns before I begin stitching it. Like I really have to study the chart to make sure that what I'm going to pick out works. And I normally, I mean, I look at the charts, but I never came across that before. So that was something that I've learned here recently. I do think designers should put an option in for all fabrics, because I feel like patterns, if it's a kit, that's something different because they've given you the material. I think I never use the called for fabric. I never use the called for size. I do what I want to do based on where I'm going to put it or how I'm going to finish it. So I never look at those recommendations, but I also think those are recommendations. They're not made in stone. So I wish that they would add that in. So that's just my personal opinion. I think paper patterns should be universal, no matter what you're stitching it on. That's kind of like a mini rant, but it's not a rant because I only have come across that twice. One was an easy fix. One was I kind of had to fix it a little bit more. I did find a solution, but I still think that it should be in the pattern done, I guess I should say. I don't know. Ignore me. Okay, so this is Christmas Eve from the Prairie Schooler, and I adore this pattern. I actually have fabric picked out for it. I like it that it's a night sky, and I might keep it. And I've done a floss toss, but I actually now have fabric that has snowflakes in the background that's tan. But I like the idea of doing it on a night sky. So I might just keep this. I don't know. Prairie Schoolers to me their patterns are their holy grail. Like, I don't change colors on Prairie Schoolers because I think they're so well done. Like, they use like 3777 as their red a lot of times. I never think of that as red when I'm stitching. But on Prairie Schoolers, it works. It looks fantastic, and I love them, and I never change the colors. So changing fabric is cray-cray for me because I just think that they know much more than I do. I don't know. Okay, so this is a Mill Hill kit, St. Nicholas Cathedral. Yes. And I have this one kitted up. This is actually easy to kit up because everything is right there. Floss and all, even the button. Although I might not put the button on there. But I will not do it on perforated paper. I actually have a couple of these done, and I will do it on Aida. And I think this is nutmeg. Yeah, I think this is nutmeg. Nutmeg, or there's another dark color. And I'm not sure. But this is the color that I've done the other ones on, so I will do this one on. I would like to get some more of those done because I want to put those in my bigger frames that I have my cross-stitch display board. And I just don't have them done. I haven't started another one. Okay, so this is Santa's Night from the Prairie Schooler. And it's pretty awesome as well. I already have fabric picked out. And I'm actually using an old piece of Aida. This is from my stash. It's really old. This is navy. And well, here you go. It's MCG Textiles, and they're not in business anymore. But this was kind of the perfect, like, it's not black, but it's still really dark. And I love Prairie Schoolers. So that's going on the short list because I adore Prairie Schoolers. Okay, moving on. Here is another Lizzie Kate that I have kitted up. And I want to do on here no peeking and ho. And I might do ho, ho, ho. This is called Tidy Tidings 8, VII. Get this. This is an old pattern, as you can tell. This is actually a picture. So it's really hard to see. I don't know if you were to buy this pattern now, if it would actually be a full-on picture. Like that was like an old school way of doing a pattern. they would take like actually a photo picture and put it on there. And I don't know, I've had that pattern for years. Once again, part of my, I need to have an ornament to do. But I also have a theme apparently of I need to stitch all the Prairie Schooler things, and this is Happy Christmas. Now, I am really glad that, oh no, the pattern says Happy Christmas. I will change that to Merry Christmas. Right up on top it says Happy Christmas. I'm a stickler for that. I want Merry Christmas. I don't like Happy Christmas. It's just weird. I don't know. It's my thing. I don't know why. But I have that kitted up. And I don't have any fabric picked out yet. So that's done in black. I'll probably just do black or a dark gray. Okay, so this is one that I actually am working on. So when I get a Mill Hill kit, these are the most fabulous things. This is from the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, and it holds your threads. So when I get a Mill Hill kit, I separate the threads and I put them on my thread holder. So like, here's all my greens. Is it light green, dark green, or medium green? Here is my blues. Is it dark blue, light blue, medium blue? So this is what I do the very first thing when I do a kit. Let me see the pattern. Hey, there's a pair of scissors in here. Scissors don't need to be in with each project. Okay, I actually have a start on this one. This is Through the Woods, Mill Hill. I probably won't do much beading on here. Yeah, I probably am not going to add tons of beading. But I do it on fabric. And once again, you can see my start. I don't use tons of Q-snaps either. So this is an old whip. Maybe it's time for me to take it out and work on it. But Q-snaps hurt my hands when I stitch on them. And I think what it is that it's my carpal tunnel, and holding that extra weight and the extra like width of the Q-snap agitates my carpal tunnel. So I don't use them very often. The small ones aren't bad. When you get the bigger ones, that really agitates my hands. I like the way that they work. And years ago, they were like the best thing since sliced bread when they first came out for me, because I loved them rather than hoops. But as I got older, they make it harder for me to work. Okay, this is another one that is Tidy Tidings 7 from Lizzie Kate. I want to do Santa Paws, Santa Claus, Unto Us a Child is Born, Dear Santa, I Want It All. The only one I won't do is the snowman. I have this weird thing about snowmen. I don't know why. Very, very few snowmen do I love. I don't know why, because that snowman is cute, but I'm just not in love with him. Like, I feel like snowmen should be in January and February for us. In North Carolina, it's January and February, and I just feel like I don't want to do it on Christmas, and he looks Christmassy. So that's a lot of times. Now, maybe I would do him and change his colors and do him for January. That would be smart. Okay, so here is another ornament that I have kitted up. There's a piece of floss in here, so let me remove that so we can see. I don't know how it got in there, but okay, so this is Tidy Tidings 4. Yeah, 4. 14, sorry. I want to do Got Snow. I actually like the Noel. I like the Missile Testing, and I like Jingle. Jingle, if I could replace the word on here, I would love the polar bear. I wish I could replace the word, and maybe I can figure out how to do it to make it like a winter one. If I could just maybe do snow. Oh, I could take the snow from up here and put it on there, and that would work for January. But the only one I probably won't do is the ho ho ho, the little it's a cookie. I probably won't do that one. I'm not crazy about the yellow in it. Now, I could easily change that, but I'm not in love with that one, so I won't do that one. I'll do the other ones, though. But not that one. And once again, there are no bad patterns because if I bought it, I love it. It's just my stitching time, as you can see, I have so much that I want to stitch. I have to prioritize what I really, really love and what I don't really, really love. Okay, this is another Prairie Schooler, Santas and Snowmen. Now, this is an exception because I will do the Santas for Christmas. I will do the snowman for January. So probably what I will end up doing is changing the colors on the snowman a little bit. Taking some of the red and green off, maybe 2 colors of blue, and changing the house to maybe one of the colors of blue. Just because I'll make it a little bit more wintry. Maybe I won't. I mean, once you've just put up the snowmen, they're fine. They're super cute. And Santas are, Prairie Schooler Santas, hands down the cutest. Like, I love them. Okay. This one, I do have fabric picked out. It's the Bloom from Picture This Plus. It's a tan. Once again, I don't need the, sorry. There, you can actually see it. I don't need the plastic on that bag because it's in a plastic bag. This is Home for the Holidays from Sue Hill Designs. And as you can tell, it is fantastic. So all of the camper and the truck, and it's just fantastic. So I will do, probably won't do the wagon. Probably will just do the trailer or the camper, the dump truck, the truck and camper, and the pickup truck. Because these 2 trucks are different. These 2 are the same. They just finished them differently. And then like these 2 are the same. They just finished them differently. I probably won't do the wagon. So it's cute, but probably won't do the wagon. Okay. Once again, another little mini bag. And it is Mario Brothers. And I used to play this all the time. I love Mario Brothers. My kids don't play it. This is We Santa 2019 from Heart in Hand. I am actually going to change the colors. I think a lot of people have changed this to more of red. And I think I would like it more in red. More, red. More reddish rather than kind of the rust and stuff like that. So I'm probably going to change those colors up. It's an ornament. It's ready to go. Okay, so this is a project tons of people have done. I have kitted up. I have all the parts. I have not done it. Farmhouse Christmas. So in no particular order, we have Horsing Around. We have Dairy Darling. That one is adorable. And I actually bought these as kits, so they have fabric in them. Yeah. I have fabric if I wanted to do them in one piece. I think after I've thought about it, I don't think I want to do these as one whole piece. I think I want to do them just as ornaments. So this is Baba Black Sheep. Adorable. This is Farm Folk. And if you don't watch Nisi on Flosstube, you have to watch her video about Farm Folk. She has a hysterical story about this. I will always think of her when I stitch this, just so you know. I will not get that vision out of my head. She's a hoot. So there's a Flosstube shout out. She is adorable. Grandma's Quilt. I actually really like that. Mainly because I'm just getting into sewing. So I think quilting is like really cool and totally beyond my skill right now. But I like it. Okay. This is Little Red Barn. And this is Grandpa's truck. This will be one of the first ones I do. But I really do think I'm not going to do these as on one piece. Pinewood Farm. And the last piece, which is Cock-a-Doodle-Doo. Love it. So because it already has the fabric in there, these are easy ones for me to do. Matter of fact, this fabric can come out because I am not going to do them that way. Some people have done beautiful ones. I don't have a place big enough to hang that where I think I will use them individually better. And right now I am totally obsessed with doing pillow finishes because it's what I know how to do, what I know how to sew. Yeah, it's the only thing I know how to sew, but I'm super excited to sew it. Okay, here's another Lizzie Kate. I have bags inside of bags. I don't know why. That's kind of weird, by the way. Okay, this is Tidy Tidings 19. So I like Santa Knows. I like Celebrate. I like the Elf. And I probably won't do Jingle Jingle. But the Snowman is great for January. So I probably will do him for January. So all but Jingle Jingle I'll probably do. Once again, I don't know when, but they are kitted and ready to go. I actually have more Prairie Schooler in here than I thought I did because I didn't realize I had this many Prairie Schooler. Okay, so this is Santa Rides. I know you guys have seen this from Prairie Schooler. I love all of these, all of them. So I will do all of them, I'm pretty sure. Although I might change the yellow on there to white. Yeah, I might change the yellow color. Not crazy about the yellow, but maybe I'll just change it to white. Stitch it with white and then stitch the rest. And I still think that would work. I love the Viking ship. So that one I love. I watched the show Vikings, which is its last season. If you've never seen it, it's really good. It's about Vikings fighting, so if that's not your thing, then definitely not the show for you. But I love it. My son loves it. My husband used to watch it with us, but he's missed a lot. So, okay, so I have 2 patterns in here, which means I must have said I'm either going to do the same colors or all the colors are in there. This is Tidy Tidings 21 and Tidy Tidings 12. So we'll start with Tidy Tidings. I will do all of them. They're adorable. All of them are cute. This one I will not do. I won't do the big piece most likely. I'll do the little individual ornaments. It does have a snowman, so I might do that for January. But his colors are not Christmassy, so I definitely could just stitch him as is and make him into a January piece. Okay, we have, this is from Tiny Modernist, Christmas Signs, and I just want to do the truck. I like the other ones, and I might do Have a Very Merry Christmas with Santa and Mrs. Claus, but I really did it to do the pickup truck. But I might do this one as well. So these look really big on the front. They're 60 by 60. So they're really quick. That won't take long. So I need to get on these. Okay, another little mini bag means ornament. Okay, hold on. Yes, this is Stitching with the Housewives, Chicken Joy. I don't want to show the pattern, but there's a little picture of it. I'm not sure if you guys have seen it. Most of you have. It is a free pattern that Priscilla did, but I don't want to show the free pattern. If you want it, you go to Priscilla's blog. So Stitching with the Housewives. If you don't even know her blog, just hashtag Stitching with the Housewives. Priscilla and it pops up. Like first thing pops up. She has the pattern on her blog and you go there to get it. So that is on the list. Okay, this is from the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, the Nutcracker ornament. And he is cute. So cute. There's really not a Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery pattern that livery that is bad, honestly. There's no bad Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery in my mind. They're all fantastic. Another little mini bag, so that means another ornament. Okay, so these are actually, I have multiples in here. They're all Prairie Schoolers. So I'm going to go through them, and I want to do all of these, but, okay, so I really like this one, the Angel. Let me see what it's called. Hold on. It doesn't have a name. These are the little mini cards. Make sure. Yeah, it just says like collection on it. So I'm just going to show you them. I love that. Love it. Love it. Okay, now this one is an older one. And I'm not loving the colors that they used on the Santa. And they did it on white. But I can stitch the same thing using these other colors. So I'm just going to change the colors. Not a big deal. Love it. And these are pretty small. Love it. It looks like he's still going to stick up though. Like, give me all your trees. So these are 40 by 30. Very, very quick stitches. So I would like to get those done. And I have multiple of those that I've done. Okay, so another mini bag, another ornament. This is All Is Bright from the trilogy. I love that one. It's just pretty and simple, and that is not going to take long at all. So that is 32 by 56. Easy, easy. That's an easy one. And I don't have fabric for it, but my go-to fabric for ornaments this year was Picture This Plus Murky. I love Murky. So I have two favorite fabrics from Picture This Plus that I use a lot when I need a neutral. Murky and Tycho. Tycho is like a creamy white with like some gray modeling in it. Love it. So if anything needs to be done on white for whatever reason, Tycho is always what I choose. I love that. I love that. Murky is that's my favorite, is Murky. So I shouldn't tell you that. Then you might go out and buy all the fabric up. Okay, so this is Little House Needleworks. And I don't know that all of these go together. These were ornaments of the month. Let me make sure they're, no, I have Hometown Holidays in here too. So these were just random ones, but all the colors work together. So this is Tree Farm. This is Ornament of the Month, Bringing Home the Tree. This is Sleigh Bells Ring. This is Caroling Quartet. And these are random ones, but I have put them together. I will use the same colors and they will go as mini ornaments. I'm not going to do these as a big piece. Toy Store. Things are falling. This is Sweet Shop. And apparently somebody really wanted the price tag on there. Why would you put the price tag there? It's weird. Or maybe I took it out to see the colors and I put it in wrong. It's a possibility too. This is Main Street Station. That's part of the Home Time Holiday series. Once again, I won't do that as a whole. So I have them all kitted up. They are ready to go. Lots of ornaments in that bag that can be done. Now, this one I debated about keeping in my whip pile. And not because I don't love them, but I think because it's going to be so long before I do them. So these are the Year in Chalk from Hands On Design. And if I'm not mistaken, there's 2 charts per bag in here. And I have fabric already. I don't know what that fabric is. I'll have to look. I have floss, specialty floss in there. And as you can see, I have a lot of them. I have the whole year. This was a club that I did with somebody. I don't remember who. And I love them, but I don't know when I'm going to do them. So they're just kind of hanging out in my, I don't know why they're in Christmas actually. So maybe that needs to come out of Christmas, because maybe I would feel like stitching that in, because it's year round. We'll put it over there. Okay. This one is Merry and Bright from the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. And I changed the colors. I did do it, I'm going to do it on a pink fabric, which is really hard to see because it's a very light pink. But I changed up some of the colors. This red that it calls for was a little orangey for me, so I changed it. I think I changed it back, and then I changed it again, because that's the way my mind works. So I haven't started this, but it is a an option to start very quickly. And I already did the changes that I wanted to do, because that's sometimes, okay, I can't zip that right now. That's sometimes part of my problem. Like, I want to do a project, but I want to change up the project a little bit, and I don't have time to sit down and look at it. Okay, so this is all floss, fancy floss that goes with these charts. And these are Hands On Design, Christmas Eve. This is a Zinc House Row. This is Tree Farm. This one I'm definitely going to do. This is North Pole Trading Company. Let's see. This is White Christmas Reindeers. White Christmas Deer Tier, which is the tiered tray. A lot of people have done this one. And White Christmas Cut and Carry. This is White Christmas Noel. White Christmas Luminary Lane. And back to White Christmas, Christmas Eve. So I have them all kitted up. I have specialty floss all ready to go. I literally just need to start those. Okay, so this is a whip. It's not impressive. Heart in hand, Christmas magic. But I have started it. My little puny start right there. But it's an ornament, and I need to get going and stitch that. So that is all my Christmas stuff, and I'm at 39 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the video here, and I am going to get another section of whip and kits ready, and I will do a part 3. Once again, I know this is out of hand and a lot of whips. I don't need to kit up anything else. Ever. Ever, ever. Again. Okay, come back for part 3.